Hi everyone! Today we're going to talk about the Visual Artists' Rights Act. This is MLC Live episode 146. I'm Winnie, this is Tim. So, Tim, can you please just explain a little bit about what the VARA is, or what VARA is?
Of course. The Visual Artists' Rights Act is an act passed by Congress, an act which took effect in 1990 after being passed by Congress. It, among other things, implements our obligations under the Berne Convention, and it provides certain protections for visual artists for qualifying works. There are several qualifications for a work to meet the standards for protection under VARA. Most significantly, the work must exist in copies of 200 or less.
Okay, and I know that we wanted to talk today about a case that is affected by VARA, which is the 5 Points case.
Of course, the 5 Points case, which is more formally known as Coven v. GM Realty, deals with an installation of street art at the 5 Points location. This installation was put up with the permission of the property owner at the time. However, after it had existed for some time, the property owner decided that he wanted to renovate and then sell the building. The process of renovation would have destroyed the art. The artists collectively initially sued, trying to prevent the destruction. After an injunction was initially denied, the owner of the building had the walls whitewashed. The visual artists then transitioned their suit to one for damages, and after a trial with an advisory jury, they were awarded $6.75 million. That case is currently under appeal.
Okay, that's super interesting. And just to juxtapose the case that Tim just talked about, I wanted to talk a little bit about a very well-known case. It is very well-known within the art community and well-known with people that are tangentially aware of the art community, and that is Richard Serra's Tilted Arc sculpture that is from 1981. Now, this was before VARA was enacted, and the difference here is that the artist lost. So Tilted Arc was a huge steel structure, like over 100 feet long in length, and it was in Manhattan across a plaza. Now, after it was commissioned and created by Richard Serra, the people surrounding the plaza really didn't like it. They thought it was ugly, and they thought that, well, it did make it much more difficult for them to cross the plaza since it went across the plaza. Now, because of all these complaints, the group that commissioned it, the GSA, decided to remove the artwork. Now, they told Richard Serra that even though they were going to remove it, they would keep it in a warehouse so his artwork would still exist. He decided to sue because he argued that the location was an integral part of the artwork. So the artwork was site-specific. Now, he lost, like I mentioned before, and this is a case where if it had occurred after VARA was implemented, may or may not have had a different outcome. So, Tim, do you have any concluding remarks about these cases?
Both the 5 Points case and the Tilted Arc situation show that there can be a tension between the property owner's rights and the rights of the artists.
Thank you. So we hope that you enjoyed today's episode of MLC Live, and please follow us on LinkedIn. We need more followers on LinkedIn. Follow us there. And we're also on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and feel free to leave a comment about what future topics you would like us to cover, or feel free to tell me why I'm wrong. Tim is never wrong, so don't talk about that. And thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Bye!